But at the same time, J.Storm, when you play them and you first pick Wisp, you're going to expect the enemy side to first dual morph. They were okay with that. They went for the gyro anyway, and I really like their second phase. I think if they play this game fast enough, there's not enough tower pressure and tempo on Secret to be able to starve a map against the high mobility. Like every hero on J.Storm can play fast.
But that's also the picks, right, of Team Secret. You're mentioning it during the drafting phase. Like they've kind of doubled down. Like they went in with the Weaver, they went in with the ES as well. Like it's just really the tempo that Team Secret wanted to have, like to actually give J.Storm the space for the Io and Gyro to be a proper combination.
I think they're fine with it. This is just their style. They like to play greedy. They usually run. They're the only team I've seen able to play Earthshaker properly with a hard 5 like melee hero. And I think Puppy's axe is probably the best axe in the world right now as far as support position. And Zai's going to go for that like build-up item into Ags build. And if they get to that timing, Blink Axe, Weaver Ags, all of a sudden the J.Storm burst combo of like Centaur Stun to Mirana are like, they have no real method of bursting anymore, and that's when they start to lose fights.
Looks like the rune's going to be nicely split out. No issues there, even though March was having a little bit of a tussle with mid 1 on the bottom lane. Should also mention the fact that Nisha is taking that morph lane towards the mid, and there's mid 1 taking the Monkey King down towards the south lane.
This is a tough matchup from Mirana. It's deceptive because in the previous iterations of Dota, you'd expect a Mirana to win the lane, but since Harass is no longer a viable option to win lanes, the 15 base damage or so advantage that Morphling has, actually it's just 12. That's very significant, and Nisha's morph is one of the best.
Did you want to actually explain that one, why Harass is no longer the way to win a game?
Well, you just ferry yourself regen, and it's significantly more difficult to gank mid because it just doesn't happen anymore because there isn't as much value on kills. You need to stay in lanes. Every side lane is 2v2. You can't afford to go gank mid, and if you're missing, like really, what are you going to be doing?
Yeah. And Puppy has to be a little careful down here on the bottom lane. He's got Forever March looking to have a little bit of fun. I'm only saying that because Puppy's losing some life with the continuous decay. But Forever, he doesn't have enough damage. He actually went over towards mid 1 instead, but they're a little bit split up. But very aggressive with this lane from Forever March.
Yep, I like how they're playing. If you're an Undying Centaur against a Monkey King, you need to play like this. You can't allow Monkey to just get Jingu stacks and out-harass you over time. Just spam your mana, use the mangoes, and try and find that first blood.
Meanwhile, up on top lane, like Moo and Millen, they've also been getting hit pretty heavily, but that's the reason why there's so much consumables on this top lane. It's so difficult for Zai to harass out of the lane. You've already got Yapsor pulling the creep wave a long way down, but that's not stopping Zai from going in deep. Homing Missile will chase him, and Zai is on the run.
Trouble.
He should be okay. Nope, not with the Rocket Barrage. The damage is up in there. And thanks to the Whisper Balls, they have the damage, and J.Storm spilled the first blood.
Thing is, they also got an entire wave denied behind tower, so that's nice. Zai with a bit of an overstep, but at the same time, like that top lane is a trade, and that's just an example of how kills are a bit less meaningful now. And if you look mid, as you can see, Nisha's taking a lot of harass damage, but he's winning the lane pretty hard.
I'm loving watching this bottom lane too. Like mid 1 keeps getting up to 3 hits onto either March or Forev, but he never actually cracks the 4. It's the Jingu Mastery. Like they're just taking it in turns to harass out the Monkey King.
Yeah, this is okay if you're Secret. You want to just have a static laning phase and get all your core items online. You don't win this phase of the game, but once the mid game hits, you start to get some ground.
It's happening again. Yapsor's there for the pull. He's just waiting up on top lane. No matter how aggressive they want to get on the bottom, it's just disrupting up Milne as well as Moo. And what can they even do to really stop this?
Not much. Yeah, I like what they're doing here though, stacking the hard camp and maybe try and pull that when the next wave comes through. But this is a really nice way to play with the Weaver. Shaker doesn't offer much in lane as a boots first hero, especially with no regen. But Weaver is perfectly fine, just 1v2, getting what he can, and getting that XP advantage, which is going to render him incapable of dying against a Wisp Gyro.
Yeah. It's also always
March.
nice. March, yeah, you're in very, very deep back behind the tower. A lot of damage coming into him. And when the battle hunger, Puppy can finish the job. No real problem for him there. Just kind of finding himself in no man's land.
Well, he was trying to feed himself to the tier 2. Gives a little bit of gold, but no XP, which is really the currency that matters in the early game. After Ice Frog changed death to newts to 26-second respawn timer. Now everyone just feeds the towers instead. So nice play from Puppey there, because it's all about that XP.
Yep. You can see it coming. He's going to chase down March as well, looking for that bottom rune. It will be the illusion, but they're going to find the kill as mid one bounces forward. March trapped inside the river with the Jingu. He's got a lot of life to work with, however, as well. So stick charges for Rev will come in to help him out. So Puppey just steals the room. Nice slap down. Whoa. March, he knows he's so low. They chop him down. The Quelling Blade was available from Forev, so he locks in mid one. The stuns continue, and they're actually going to kill off mid one. He thought he could find the kill, but it won't happen. That
was really well played by Forev, and that's what you got to do against mid one's Monkey King. One of the best in the world. You got to be willing to find those trees and cut them down, because you can do that once, as you can see. It's an automatic kill. That's a 4-second self-stun.
March dies again. He was actually back at the tier 2 tower. Slapdowns there for Rev on the run out. There's no core control from the Axe, but it won't matter. Well, actually, maybe it will. The double hoof stomp for Rev. Back underneath the tower. He's low, but he'll also have the Shrine up in 7 seconds time, but so are the bounty runes. A lot of these are going to go to Team Secret. They're already looking to take the ones up on top too. YapzOr's got Fissure in 1 second time. It's a little bit too long for him. Now he'll drop it, but he's already found the bounty rune. Moo and Millen may keep the chase going with the Whisper Ball. Zion YapzOr, they're sharing the load. One quick totem stomp, but Moo needs to move away down towards the Shrine. He does not get there in time, and so it'll be up to Zai to hit in towards Moo.
Just to note, one thing Secret did just before that was really just demonstrates why they're a tier 1 team at the moment. You don't really care so much about kills until TPs are on cooldown. So when March TPs bottom, that's 80 seconds. He won't be able to return to the lane. That's when you start hunting him aggressively. He had to walk all the way back bottom. That's a free wave of farm and XP for your Monkey King, and a ton of pressure onto the Centaur. Checking out mid lane, Nisha is expected.
Ooh. Call on bottom for Rev. Okay, Puppey doesn't want to hang around to keep going on that. At Nisha in the mid, you're talking about chasing after Bryle.
So close to taking out Bryle. Really well played. He immediately morphed, triple leaped in, juked the arrow, and then almost lands that kill. And you see part of the difficulty playing against the Morphling is once he funnels himself regen, he'll be full HP.
It's amazing too just how long these control is happening from Team Secret. They took the 5-minute runes and then instantly control up to 6 minutes. The Tombstone will be dropped down mid one. One more or two more hits onto March, and there's your control. Slapdown even clipping for Rev in the back line. They can clean up the Tombstone. And Nisha has the double damage rune, looking to actually go on to Bryle underneath the tower. No, he's not going to hit it too hard. Only got the 4 stick charges, or maybe? No, it's still too risky to come that close to the tower, even with his strength morphing. He's not going to take the risk. Oh, say again. Nisha, extra help. One person is all he needed. And YapzOr came in from the side. Risk worth taking.
Nisha, I've been talking with a lot of players. This is very much a Morphling PL Terrorblade patch. The carry players that love that are going to be successful, and those are probably 3 of Nisha's best heroes. His morph is nuts, and as you can see, he has no problem playing on 1 HP. And it's nice play.
It's just so crazy low. Like, that had to be so enticing as well for Bryle just to sit there and go, okay, I can take this. But that's that movement coming in. Bottom lane, mid one has to make a break for the tree line, but luckily he's Monkey King. So no way J.Storm can keep the control on him. But YapzOr's moving again. He's going to be down here with Puppey. So they're ready to fight. If Forev as well as March want to stay aggressive, they've got no Observer Wards to keep an eye out for this one. They just need YapzOr's Fissure to get that blocking control. They're able to find it as well. Centaur Stomp will be out, but so is the Moonlight Shadow. Into the Invis and away to safety for J.Storm. And in fact, even a rotation. Bryle's hanging around near the top as Moo, as well as Millen. They can go after Zai. Weaver dunked on the head by the homing missile, but with actually the arrow, yep, it'll connect. No dust available, but they just wait for the Shikuchi to be on cooldown, then no more to work with.
They have major Morphling problems, though. Nisha doubling up the CS of Bryle along with equaling his CS and denies. This is something you're not prepared for as a team like J.Storm. You're coming from the NA qualifiers, right? There's no team that is confident running this against you. You don't think a morph mid is going to not just win his lane, but like dominate it like this. And look at this, Bryle might be dead again.
Ooh. Oh, the leap forward, arrow will miss and it won't matter. Nisha just copies him and leaps forward.
It's
Bryle
so smooth.
Up the hill and away.
That's so hard to do, Toby.
He makes it look easy. And then just turns the pressure onto mid lane.
And the issue with, I mean, Secret, as you can see, they went Morph Axe into a Wisp first. They wanted to play against a Gyro. J.Storm accepts the challenge, but you need to address a Morphling to win a game like this. You want to have your Gyro significantly ahead if you're going to take a game and dominate through the mid game, like sweep the map at all times. But at this rate, Secret is perfectly fine extending this laning phase because they're going to have massive advantages in all 3 lanes pretty soon.
I think right now then the critical thing is for Moo as well as Millen at one point to go down and actually claim that big stack on the Ancients. Zeiss is trying to harass them up on the top lane. They're still fine. Like, there's 1 charges, there's salves. You know there'll be bottle charges up soon. The 10-minute runes are up in 30 seconds.
But you can see, like, this is something Secret loves to do, where they enable Zai, they get all those pulls, and now you have a level 6 Weaver. You can play completely independent. Yapzor is free to continuously hunt mid and hunt bottom.
Yep, and there's that hunt coming in for Rev. He'll able to get the stomp. That may help him break towards the trees. Mirana's TPing in as well. They'll drop down the tombstone as mid one cracks into the ulti and they relocate down. But the damage onto Millen is so high, they've almost found the kill, able to back up. The cooldown creates some space and mid one trapped inside of its own ultimate. It's a 2-for-1 trade-off. Nisha wants to get out of here as the bounty runes are getting picked up too. Secret, they're actually going to claim all 4 and the Invis rune for Nisha to escape. No, Moo just walks in close. Puppy, he just ran after it. Moo will have himself not only a triple kill, he wants to hunt for a little bit more. Homing missile, another rocket barrage into Nisha. He's got 5 1 charges and he's a Morphling, so they won't find the kill. But that's still the greatest fight that J.Storm could have asked for on bot lane. But they're going in again. Nisha under the tower. TP supports arrived in the form of Millen. Brawl jumps forward, but the fishes are from Yapzor too. He's got the Echo Slam available as Nisha backs up once again.
Yep. And the way Secret's draft composition comes together, that's a good example of how the mid to late game is going to go, where you have these 3 support heroes in there, 3, 4, 5, because Zai really plays as a support because they don't have an offlaner. They just have 2 4s. All of the supports enable the cores of Secret. So Nisha's not going to just have like an Axe Taunt to bank on. There's going to be an Ags on Weaver at some point, and then Yapzor's Fishers. Like, Nisha's able to play so aggressive this entire game thanks to that peel.
And they're going again. It's mid one and Puppy being aggressive on the bottom lane. March is nearby, Soul Rip, and then the call. Both of them trapped inside, but Perev can at least get the double edge on Puppy to do some level of damage, but then up on top, Fissure is nice. The cooldown will connect onto Zai. He's got 10 1 charges, so he'll be fine and dandy. And Nugget away, but hey, look at this again. Nisha, has he got it? Yeah, he's got it.
Like, I mean, how do you play against this? Nisha has 1200 HP. He's hitting for 130 almost. Bryle has 81 damage. That his tower's dead. Like, you can't play against Morphling anymore. And this is why we brought up in the pregame. We're looking at heroes. I've looked through the list with Fogged. We don't actually know what beats Morphling anymore. Heroes like OD, Puck, AA, they're not picked. How do you beat a hero that has 80, 90 damage at level 3?
You patched to 7.20. That's the answer, right? We changed the meta.
I mean, you also have one like, you just have this smooth level 10 talent plus 10 agility. Love it. 1,000 gold of agility. Thank you.
J.Storm's finally getting that big stack up, and Moo, he knows he needs a huge chunk of this. Team Secret, vision-wise, they're a little bit too far away. That's why the Observer and Sentry went down pretty early from J.Storm. They are ensuring that this stack, this injection of money and levels, all go to them. Monkey King? Well, even when they push in the bottom lane, like it's like Forever's just standing guard. They've still got Stampede to get in or out, so that's a great stack up for J.Storm. They needed this momentum, and what are they going to shift it into? A fight on bottom lane? Are they ready for this?
Looks that way. Both, I mean, Secret's playing this perfectly. They keep a core in both other lanes. They have 3 heroes playing a little defensively, inviting J.Storm to make this play. And if they dive the tower, you're going to have heavy response coming in immediately. Yeah.
Zai does have his TP on cooldown, so he can't join them just yet. In fact, Nisha's heading towards the top lane. So it looks like they want to try and get some level of trade-off. Even though Brawl's going to hit his level 10 in mid. J.Storm, they're coming in pretty deep. There's a slap down the gyrocopter. Here comes your first TP. Puppy able to get that call off a move, but now the call down. You do get the ulti out from the Monkey King, but mid one's taking so much damage so quickly. They burn through him. Moo needs more life. Millen can't provide it on Kenny. The Echo Slam. The attack from the tower follows him out. Yapzor has the double kill. March and Moo That's M&M's all over J.Storm, and they're going to chase after Millen to another fissure. Nisha, adaptive strike secures the kill onto Millen, and that just stops the push.
You don't really notice it, but Morphling takes over the gyro and then obviously casts all the spells, including Flak. That prevents Millen from making any defensive maneuvers. His Urn got canceled, all 3 of his bottle charges got canceled immediately, and all of a sudden Moo's thinking that he's going to be near indestructible, but he's not getting any sustain whatsoever from Wisp because there's no ability to regen him through that AoE.
So you can't kill him, and he can become your strongest asset in the fight. This seems problematic to say the least.
Very problematic.
Especially when you don't have that axe pickup, when you don't have that ability to control him in the fights. J.Storm's going to let the fissure off again. Perfect slap control, and they can just turn their attention over towards Marsh, but maybe not. Relocate comes in from Moo, turns on the flat cannon, chasing down J.Storm. He's got a fair amount of kills under his belt, but he'll blink away. Homing missile will keep the chase going. It's now, well, Nisha. Well, yeah, he'll strength morph. He'll take the entire team, especially when Zai comes in through the north, and mid-one will rejoin the engagement too. They need more damage, they need more control. Nisha's going to kill off March, and they can finish off the tombstone as well if they would like to, but it's underneath the tier 1 tower. Zai's not done yet. He has time left. He knows he can get away from the fight. Homing missile will chase him, but how many times must these fights happen when the bounty runes come up? This is now, what, 3 sets of bounty runes in a row where Team Secret take all 4?
I mean, they're playing such a brilliant game.
And they got Moo dead. J.Storm. The blink is up. They'll chase down Millen in the trees. Leaping forward, Team Secret. This one is shoved firmly in the bag.
Yeah. They just look like a tier or 2 above J.Storm at the moment, and I think that the way they're playing their draft is perfect. They extended the laning phase. They've taken every bounty rune, as you said, totally in control of all the team objectives, and Bryle just getting outclassed by Nisha. Both of them up-and-coming players. This is their first real chance on big teams. Nisha played with Kingwin, but didn't really have the greatest success, but he's proving that he belongs in that discussion of elite players.
Yeah, he missed a big LAN title, any kind of, like, even top 3 placement. I think the closest he got was 8th at a LAN event with Kingwin. Now, claiming Hamburg. Only a few weeks ago. That probability is looking very nice for Team Secret. 95, 96% as we watch it keep going. And this will increase as a tree is currently hunting Moo. His mid one lets out the ulti. They want that control over towards Millen, over towards Moo. They do both manage to get outside of the Wukong command. But now support arrives. Marsh just drops the tombstone and the ulti. Sora can keep him alive a little bit longer, but not long enough. The stacks just increase so easily, and they're chasing down Moo. J.Storm, Fisher timing is always fantastic. The cooldown won't hold, but the flat cannon, damn. Everybody away. That was even a good farming mechanism for Nisha. He's going to have a BKB soon, so even their magical damage is going to be, like, nothing.
Yep. I love the way Secret itemized as well. The supports don't go for the sustained support style item because they're both rushing Blink. Bottom lane, they're going to try and kill mid one. It won't work. But the cores then collect, like, they go more of this mid-game style. Zai gets the Urn. Zai gets the Medallion. That allows you to Rosh easier. He goes for Ags next, whereas Nisha and mid one, they go Echo Saber and then Morbid Mask and Dragonlance for the morph. So it's all about getting to using your gold as efficiently as possible to increase both your survivability and your damage, and that enables your supports then to be a little greedy, rush Blinks, which then dominates mid-game team fights.
It opens up your drafting as well, right? Like when Puppy sits there going, well, okay, can we actually run both support ES as well as Axe? Like this isn't range harass. This isn't like ensured stuns at the very beginning. It's definitely not ensured team fights. But it comes at this point when you see J.Storm with level 1 Echo Send just ready to jump, and he's also staring down the barrel of an Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah. And it's just such a niche, I would say already the pickup of this new season. Puppy's tried so hard to find like the diamonds in the rough.
He had Ace before.
Nisha's just on another level. How many carry players can go mid as Morph and dominate like this?
March is so low. Zai, he manages to bait out the hoof stomp. Where's the extra support? There's already a time lapse back. J.Storm's got the homing missile on him. But they're not jumping for anything. Puppy's on top lane, pushing towards the tier 2 tower. So Gyrocopter, Moo TP's up underneath the cover of Moonlight Shadow, but Puppy feels it. They're already starting the retreat. His blinks off cooldown in 2 seconds time, then he'll be out of range of Moo. And that is exactly what happens. Noah's overboard, so they didn't see them in deep. They didn't see the Moonlighter Shadow being triggered, I don't believe. But either way, Team Secret dodge any aggression from J.Storm.
Yep. It's just near impossible to play the game now to J.Storm.
Stampede won't save him either. The arrow flew in from Bryle, but it came way too late.
Yep. And this is what Fog touched on in the draft as well. He liked what J.Storm did up until the Mirana last pick. It's just not a strong enough hero. It's one of those... You've won the draft. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, God, indeed. Moo's on the run, but you can't run from this. Nisha just keeps converting out. He's wondering who he wants to hit, but YapzOr, the perfect double stun. At this point, you may even just want to, like, you have to see the light at the end of the tunnel somewhere. You're 17k gold behind. Team Secret own every single part of your map. You do not see a way to kill the Morphling. And you still have to understand, this is a best of 3, so at least they have a second chance.
Yeah.
To fight back against Secret.
And I think that Secret's kind of proving that when we leave you a hero and we want you to take it, you probably shouldn't.
It just feels too good. Like it's Admiral Akbar.
It's just they're too strong at these meta strategies at the moment. Like I don't know why I picked J.Storm, honestly.
Well,
I forgot that Secret had won every land they played at thus far this season. And they had more first Io Gyro. I feel like that should be enough.
And this is the kind of draft that can do it. Millen just cannot regenerate Moo up enough. The Echo Slam from YapzOr, he commits it. They want that Gyro dead. But you can definitely feel like it felt like J.Storm in the 3rd and 4th pick was starting to get some level of answers, but maybe 1 and 2 was just too far behind because Nisha, he just goes in deep. They stampede up, but really, they're not running anywhere. They're not going to be able to stand anywhere. And then the double slap from mid one. How many times can Team Secret just chain stun, and blast them off?
Nisha's incredible, man. He's played a flawless morph game. Like, absolutely flawless. And that's what Puppy and Team Secret have been looking for this entire past year, is that while Ace, Fada, those are incredible players, I think Nisha and Zai just are that step above that enable Puppy and YapzOr to look like the fantastic players they are, because they just have these incredible people to play around at all times.
Oh, Puppy's got the call again over on Moo. Millen's going to stick around with him, however. Nisha, still okay if he wants to initiate in. He has the Aegis, the Immortals, that second life. They break the tier 3 tower, but Team Secret be wise about this. They'll back up a little bit. Shrines are now open. Not to mention, it's just, well, they're under no pressure. Right now, Team Secret have this game firmly in their grasp, and it's up to them to lose it. J.Storm can only just hope for an opening. Not that I know exactly where that's going to be.
I don't think there's going to be one Tobes.
Sai actually hasn't, like, with the Aghanim Scepter, even anyone they want to go on, he's just going to time-lapse whoever he wants, and then J.Storm's aggression goes down the drain. Like, Morphling is properly unkillable now.
Something teams like to do before team fights.
Nisha's baiting him. Yeah. Nisha's totally baiting him right now.
He has Aegis still, too.
Yeah, he's got Aegis. He's got a time-lapse Zai who's standing right on top of the Dire Reservoir. So at least J.Storm have information. But what do you
don't, like, as a captain, you want to set up a team fight to tell your team how you want to approach it and win.
There's
but
the Aegis.
What's the answer? You need to stun Weaver while 100-0ing a morph with BKB. But you only have one stun.
Well, they go for side. There's your Stomp out and the arrow to connect, and they do find the kill. It's something. It's 3-2-3. For the goal for the death of Zai. Axe locked up as well. Called down as well. Moo wants to create a little bit of extra space. Bryle still has no control of the arrow, and these stuns, they keep chaining, but here we go again with Forev. That Blink Decker finally allowing him to be the aggressive force that J.Storm needed. But Nisha, Flat Cannon is up, and Forev, you don't have the life to tank through this. Nisha is beyond godlike. He's now 13-0-7 on this morph.
At this point, he can win the game by himself, and mid one could just continue jungling. All he needs is the supports and a bit of peel. But he still hasn't used his BKB charge. He's got enough gold for a Scotty. This is pretty over.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way. But you had a glimmer of hope. The fact that Centaur was able to blink forward, he got separated from the rest of his team, which was not really what he desired. But you found the kill. They were able to burst one of the heroes down, even if it isn't the Morphling. Like, they took out the other best thing. It's the Aghanim Scepter Weaver, the free Aegis of the Immortal.
Yep.
So they picked their targets nicely, and that's at least a good sign going into the rest of this series that J.Storm, even though they're down and out, they're still able to find something and coordinate even when they're under pressure. And now they're going to look for a new target. Observer, sentries, everything's down. Hooftop and Nisha, burns the BKB. Yapzor comes in for the Echo Slam. And March evaporates, but that's BKB and Echo down. But also no one dying.
And the thing about J.Storm's lineup is it's very mid-game, it's tempo. They only have that one stun. So to your point, they found the kill on Weaver, but
no,
they can't find kills on anyone else. Their draft is meant to get those kills and then push aggressively. At like 10 to 15 minutes, you have map control. When you're in a position like this...
Mid one throws down the Wukong command with a call down. There's a homing missile that'll connect onto him as well. Ferev's waiting, his Hoofstomp is back off cooldown, but the Fidger holds them out for now. It's the Sentry Ward that's there. Puppy able to get the calls only over on the Io. That frees up Mu to keep the attack going. Up the Centaur jumps in mid one solo. The Fly Cannons reaching out to him, combining with the Undying units, but it's still not enough. The Monkey Kings can survive. And who's the one really making the sacrifice? It ain't Nisha just yet. He is low, and they finally bring him down. The money goes to Mu. 900. They're looking to actually get back-to-back kills. It's Yapzor as well. A double kill for the Io, so money in for him. The mech will be there. And Team Secret, they prove they can bleed, or at least drip, in the form of Morphling.
Yeah, it does certainly feel like the closing half of the movie 300, where yes, Xerxes can bleed, but is it really enough to win the war?
If only those reinforcements came sooner.
Yeah. It is nice, though. You're finally going to be able to make Wisp Gyro look broken. It's picked primarily because when Wisp hits level 15, you get that Tether Grand Scepter bonus, and all of a sudden, Gyro gets a free auto attack every 1.1 seconds, even when disabled. So that gives their damage output a significant boost, but the problem is that bottom 4 net worths are all J.Storm heroes at the moment.
Yeah. It's still not a pretty picture for them, but it's a glimmer of hope, and we'll take any kind of glimmer.
Yeah, it was also just that there was it's such a slow kill onto mid one.
Oh, the Sentry Ward. They see March just bling forward. He thought he was fine. He had an Invis rune. They dropped Observer and Sentry in the mid lane, and once again, J.Storm's going to start up a fight. Get out of there forever. Oh, the slap down. Misses from mid one. So Forev will be able to back out.
Oh, great.
Is this point when Millen almost wants to start with connection to Forev? Give someone else an Aghanim Scepter upgrade at the beginning and switch targets?
But who?
I don't know, like... So a Centaur's only great to get you out of there. Morana's not that much to work with. Here they jump in forward, mid one, into the Wukong. Come on! Echo from Yapzor, perfect hit! There's 2 locked down as well. They stampede up with a Hoofstomp. It really only connects on 1, and it ain't the mid one. He just BKBs, charges forward. There goes 3. It's 4 as well. March is unwillingly dragged out, and J.Storm, they're pushing up the daisies. Yep. 3 heroes with no buyback available, and it really looks like that glimmer, well, it's gone. GG!
Yep. If you looked, that Ward Sentry combo saw that gang coming. The Dire Sentry Ward about 100 units away from the Ward. Secret, perfectly set up. Easy, well executed. Really not much to break down in this game. Secret executed their lineup near flawlessly. Nisha's insane.
Yeah, Nisha's amazing. I like how you say there's not much to break down. It's like, well, good luck panel on that one. Like, yeah, let's break down something which doesn't need to be broken down. Hi, panel.
Yeah, it's a fairly easy job over here. 3 guys said Team Secret. 1 guy on the casting panel said it's going to be J.Storm. And the 3 guys that were experts on the panel got it right.
Let's break down how big of an idiot Kyle is, guys.
0-8 in his last predictions.
0-8 now, the streak.
0-8, the spree's going to continue. We're going to keep that one written down as well.
I don't know if he's going to get back to the panel. Frankly, I think he might be just relegated to casting now.
He's doing good over there. He's doing well over there. I like Bulldog more anyway.
Seriously, it was a crushing defeat. And you guys kind of said it, draft was good. I mean, there were some things in J.Storm's draft that were kind of okay, but it looked very straightforward. It didn't look as if it was countering anything that Secret were coming up with.
Yeah, I thought the bottom lane would do a bit better. A couple of mistakes in the bottom lane, but mid lane was just an absolute train wreck. Like Bryle, I mean, it's a Mirana versus a Morphling. It's a really hard matchup, and there's no support that can actually help this Mirana in the mid lane, right? Like, is a Morphling scared of an Io or an Undying kind of TP in when he's diving versus a Mirana? Absolutely not. Nisha's going to push the limits of this hero. It's his absolute best hero, and he displayed that this game.
Yeah. Tough lane.
Yeah,
but tough game all round, really, for J.Storm.
Yeah, it's easy to be hindsight, but when you pick a Mirana, you have to consider that Morphling is going to go mid against you, and that was obviously not the pick this game. And we see the rotation bottom from Earthshake as well early this game, really secured the bottom lane, as Weaver can just stay top against the Wisp Gyro easily. So, yeah, just the laning stage needed to go way better for J.Storm, and it didn't.
Yeah, it was hard to pick out anything positive for J.Storm in this game, Godz.
They got a triple kill on Moo at one point. Yeah, I saw that one.
They survived to 27 minutes. Is that a positive?
The Io Gyro, I think, did all right this game. Milan and Moo looked like they were on the same page, but it was, yeah, you're playing from behind. You can't lose your mid 1v1 that hard. We saw the highlight clip where he was getting solo killed by a Morphling, and Mirana was bottom 3 net worth. Here we are, 20 minutes in. Your Mirana's third from the bottom. That's the game's over there for sure. But I think they showed that the Io Gyro can definitely work if they get a better draft around it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I hate their draft that much. They definitely.
I mean, none of you
had
said
options.
you thought it was a bad draft.
I didn't get the Mirana. When we saw
That's
it last
true, the
pick, I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't really understand, and we're like, it's Bryle's comfort hero, but you have to, you know, in these type of games, you have, if you have a good setup already for a game, like Io Gyro, Centaur, and Dying looked pretty good if they got the lane matchups, and then the Mirana just, it didn't seem to have any type of fit.
Yeah, I mean, it's that impact pick, isn't it? At the end, you right? What's going to win us the game?
Yeah.
That's a Mirana. It wasn't that kind of pick, was it?
No, I'm not too sure what they. I don't know. I was trying to think like what heroes they could have put on it, but I haven't been able to actually watch Bryle too much recently. So I know he has like a little bit of different comfort heroes, but has to definitely have a bit more of a step up, especially if he's going to lane versus Nisha's Morphling. And also, I think step 1 when you're playing versus Secret is ban Nisha's Morphling.
Yeah, 16, 1, and 8 would suggest that that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Definitely a good pickup for Secret, picking up this Nisha.
Yeah.
He's working out well, isn't he, already?
Yeah, Secret has been picking up a couple new players here and there, and made one work out really good. And Nisha has been working out really good, so it looks like he's here to stay.
I like these like